None of it was accidental, meaning you, your life, and whatever is happening in your life and what's happening in our world. None of it was accidental. I know we have felt recently that things must be going wrong. Something's happening to me and I don't know who I am anymore. And that's a really great thing because we're supposed to evolve, and that's the period that we're in now. And last night I was instructed to sit down and put this together for you because I had to also change, which is why I said to everyone I have to change my focus, my program, and everything tomorrow and Thursday. That's what I said, and now I'm going to show you why. You could develop some extraordinary skill or talent or gift or something that no one has ever seen before. And that will be the thing that will stop you because you're not accepting your authenticity. Because that's the thing that we're always looking for, but it's also a process of us getting there. And it depends on what you've lived before, where you came from, what you've programmed into your life, and what you've accepted. And that's all of us. Because all we have is consciousness. And so when you go to the website, Any Advice for Today, you will see that message. And now I'll explain why it's there. But then I have another little gift for you because I want you to know, again, that you are not an accident. Nothing is going on that we didn't want, let's say. Let's just call it that. So when you come here, none of it was accidental. None of it. And we can go through things in our life. We see this is accident, this shouldn't be happening and all that, and you'll see no, it's not, because there's so much more that's going on. There's energy, and this is what I have discovered and what Wilhelm has given all of us. I've put out so many things recently, but this one will be the best because I wanted you to have it because I know that you're not here accidentally, and I know that you're here to do something wonderful, and it may have been stressful. It might have been frightening. It might have been all of those things. And I do understand it because I've lived all of it. And I keep talking about this because I'll be 75 in November, and it doesn't make sense to me. How did I move through this? How did this happen? And I will tell you that it all happened with this work. Now, everyone's not going to believe that because I didn't believe myself. That's the only thing that happens. We just don't believe ourselves. We have this lack of belief, but that's normal as well. Because for us to believe something, we have to become willing to go into the unknown of who we are or the unknown of what we are experiencing in our world. And then something can happen where you develop a skill, like I said, that no one has seen. And that makes it really challenging because you're trying to accept yourself because you know that you've done this, you know this is who you are, but then others aren't accepting you. And that's been my life. But now I can change that. And so can you, because we just have to shift our perspective. We just have to decide that we're going to be open to things happening in a different way. I have moved through every challenge, difficulty, any horrible thing that any human can think of. And I'm just being completely honest. I failed at everything. I've lost everything. I've been ill. I've been all of those things. And all of them are changed. And you will wonder, well, how did that happen? I didn't know either. But now I do. Because all the information that Wilhelm was giving me was organized. It was organized with the changes of our world. I had no awareness of this. I never studied astrology or any astronomy, none of that. I've never studied any of those science. I studied very little. But I would sit and receive information. And then it turned into this organization of information that could take any person to understanding who they are and having them live this incredible life. Now, you'll think that's not possible, but that's because you haven't experienced it. That's because you haven't done it, and you may still be a little bit afraid of yourself. I will tell you that is the only thing that goes on for any of us. We fear ourselves because it's like, how big could I get? I'm being completely honest because I started to know this years ago. And I wrote an article. People might have seen it. I said, I'm going to be a billionaire because I knew that I had discovered something that could change anyone's life. But I had no proof then. I couldn't say it. I just knew it on that deep level. But now you'll see the proof. And it is this. It is a document that I put together, and I just want you to have it. I'm going to put it in the description of this video so you can have it and go through it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And I just put it together last night, and it is the Wilhelm message is a complete guide to evolutionary consciousness, because that's all we're doing is evolving in our consciousness, no matter when we live. And this is just 17 years. I've been doing it for 36, but there was this period that's happened where, and we have cycles in our lives and in the world, and that was starting in 2008. And many of you will remember that period. You might relate it to the financial things that are happening currently, and there's a cycle. But anyway, as you go through this, you will see how the explanation of the Wilhelm's work, because this is what I want everyone to have, so that because I have to finish this. It was shocking to me to know, first of all, that it had worked, and that I had done it. And you'll see so much of it in there, because it's only our lack of belief. I had incurable diseases; they're cured. I had so many things, and I'm going to document all of that, because I must now, before well, as long as I'm still here, and that's what you're going to decide as well. What am I going to do before I leave this earth? Now I have it. And now I'm going to look for people who want to become wealthy, because are meant to go through a wealth and income redistribution now. That's part of this shift, and I haven't allowed that to happen, and I'm going to do it now, because you're supposed to do it as well. We're supposed to be incredibly abundant, and this work will take anyone there, and now I'm going to allow it to take me there. But check it all out and view the program, and I'll see you real soon.